Hi, I'm Euge Valovirta, and this is another episode of my tips and tricks for electric guitar series. Many of you have been asking that could I do a video about the palm mute techniques I use with right hand and with left hand. So here we go. First, let's start from the basic. I guess most of you know what is palm muting. Those of you who don't, well, it's a, let's say I play E string. That's not palm muted. That's palm muted. So you rest your palm on the strings, and the more you press, the denser the palm is. That's your basic, heavy thing. I guess, many of you asked about the lead guitar techniques, because the palm muting in rhythm, right hand palm muting, it's pretty basic. So let me go through some of the stuff that I many times use. I'm known that I like to pick a lot, but I'm gonna reveal something. I don't always pick that much that it seems that I pick. So I don't necessarily pick everything, but what I use is I use muted hammer-ons and pull-offs. Let's say this kind of... I didn't pick everything. Now I pick everything. No, I don't. Sounds pretty same. Right. The trick. So it's a muted hammer-on. I'm just picking once and then 3 times. So downstroke, up, down, up. If I pick, it's a little bit harder sounding that way. So let me go through it slowly. It's actually quite hard to play it slowly. Same here. I didn't pick, I just played. So I palm muted those hammer-ons. So that's the key. Because if I do this, like this, without a palm mute, I guess you can hear clearly that it's hammer-ons. But if I palm mute the B string, it sounds like it's picked. Yeah, the gear, someone's gonna ask anyway. It's my signature ESP with the MG8185 into Super Overdrive, into Plexi 1987X. It's pretty much everything's at 3 o'clock, so almost cranked. Then into Marshall 9060BX cabinet, where I have a single SM57 in front of the Celestion 25 with greenback. Almost forgot, between the Plexi and the cabinet, I have Santrox React IR only acting as a cab attenuator. The cab attenuator on that is fantastic. So I'm just taming down the volume a little bit, because I mean, 5th volt Plexi cranked here, I will be deaf in under a minute. So now it's still loud, but it's manageable. So anyway, that's the signal check. Okay, that was one example. And then another cool example, what I do is a kind of like hammer-ons into nowhere. So I don't even pick the string that I'm hitting. Let me show you what I'm talking about. So what I do is Berenkrolf thing. Like that. So slowly, just a down pick, and then this is hammer-on from nowhere. So I don't even pick that, but since I mute it, so it's all about the control. I don't know really how to explain. You just have to do it, practice, until you get a feel for yourself how you mute, what do you do. That almost sounds like I'm picking, but I only picked twice. Or 3 times in that one sentence. And all down. That's one thing. Okay, and then the Trill, this stuff. Many of you have asked, what do I do? So it's just really simple. You know, trills. Then I do it with my thumb. So when I pull my thumb like this, don't know if you can see, but there's kind of like this curve, and the string, when it hits exactly there, that's my sweet spot. And obviously when you move it, you know, the pitch changes, so you get different, you know, harmonics. And you can do it with 2, 3. Some people do it with the palm. When I actually do it, then this is my sweet spot. Here. So, and then gently moving. But this comes naturally for me to do it this way. I can do it now. But I just feel more comfortable by doing with my thumb. You can do it while, you know. That's really easy, really cool technique. So I don't even know what it's called. Thrills and, you know, whatever it's called. And then of course the pinches. These. It's not about the gear. Gear has nothing to do with pinch harmonics. I can get pinch harmonics with, you don't hear it, with acoustics, with nylon strings. The technique is that you hit, when your pick hits the string, you have to angle your thumb a certain way that it's like microseconds after you hit the string. You put your thumb lies a little bit like this, so it gently touches the string, but microseconds afterwards, which creates the harmonic. And then when you add a bend and wide vibrato, you get that. And depending on where you pick, you get a different harmonics. Check out. Good example is Stillborn, Black Leather Society. Yeah, it's recording. How to practice this, how I did it, just playing down picks, all parts of the neck. Until you don't have to think about it, you can do pinch harmonic wherever you are. And there's no shortcut, it's just you know, I can't tell you what is the angle, what is the, you have to figure that by yourself, because we're all different players. Another cool is palm muting, just to get a different feel to the leads and kind of bursts. So let's say this kind of E minor, natural E minor run. I don't think I even have the noise gate on, whatever. So like this was like woo, but to make it a little bit more interesting. So the first half I palm muted. Then I gently raised my hand a little bit to open it up. And you can do, now I picked everything, but you can fake the picking by doing the palm muted hammer-ons. Now I just picked, you know, like every second. If I would do this with open, I clearly hear that it's hammer-ons. And that's just a matter of, I think it's cool to master all techniques, because then you can really express your emotion. If I want something really aggressive, I pick hard, I palm mute, and occasionally, you know, unpalm mute. It's just how I feel. I don't really think about that. It's just what comes. So to me, this is an extension. I don't really think when I play. It's just that, you know, I practiced when I was younger years, like 8 hours a day. Now for the last, I don't know, 20 years, I really don't have to think what I do. It just comes naturally because of the really hard work I put into practicing when I was younger. I still practice because you gotta keep up. Well, maybe not practice, I play a lot. But if I want to learn something new, then I of course need to practice that. But most of the times when I hear something, I kind of know how to do it and play it. The sponsor of this video, Skillshare. What is Skillshare? It's an online learning community with thousands of courses from different subjects, you know, from mixing, recording, playing, gardening, repairing cars and whatnot. And I've done these guitar lessons, it's been quite a while ago, you know, about speed picking and stuff. And I actually just watched this guy called Dimitri. It was something called speed picking with accuracy. It's a cool lesson because he digs a little bit deeper than what I've done on my videos. So if you're interested in, you know, learning to play guitar and, you know, speed picking, accuracy, you know, strong recommendation for Skillshare and for that Dimitri's video about the subject. And the first 1,000 people to use my code Euge Valovirta or the link in the description, you will get a 1-month trial for free. So strong recommendation. Check that out if you want to learn some stuff. Okay, back to the, you know, rock and roll. little bit newer. Okay, yeah, one thing is that like this kind of lick. What I do is, it's easier for me to downpick everything, but obviously this causes a problem. So what I do is muted hammer-on. It sounds like I picked that, but then I can play kind of sweep pick. Like that. Well, hopefully you get the point. So try out, find different ways, experiment. I mean, I pretty much figured these out because when I was a kid there was no internet stuff. I'm just figuring these out by myself. Hopefully you found this interesting and informative. Until next time, take care, happy practicing, and please, write in the comments if you wanna, learn some other tips and tricks, and I'll try to fulfill your requests. All the best, take care, bye.